we defeated the centaur, and we arrived at what was stated to be a point of no return, but we can't go back that way. He said, if you have any unfinished business, go and do it. Okay. So we can't go that way. Got here. Oh. Okay, we have a way back. It was kind of eeny, meeny, miny, mo, honestly. Wait. Okay. Oh, right. This is where we. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay. So our main two weapons are now So what I want... Okay. The shield. Or shield special moves. Yeah, specifically for that. Okay. Main quest. Okay, side quest. Investigate at the Hotel de Massiarch. Enter Nicholas Flamel's crypt. Yeah, I want to get all of the story stuff done before we take on this point of no return, which I assume would be the final boss. Okay, let's see. Nope, wrong button. What am I doing? Inventory. Oh, quick access belt, yes. Huh. Okay, fine. Oops. Okay, sure. Nope. Missed the parry so bad. Really? Right. Investigate the hotel. Yeah. Shoot. Okay. All right. Shoot. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the way. Let's check to the side first. Ah. I could have just gone this way. Oh well. Come on. away from the wall. Oh my gosh. Oh, I could have just gone up there, huh? Oh well. Reproduction of coat worn by the Marquis de la Roy's troops. He was a Breton nobleman who opposed the demands of the Third Estate. Inspired by those worn by him during his participation in the American War for Independence, the devices built into them facilitate Aegis's movement and improve her endurance. Cool.
Dead tree. I might be able to stop this experiment.
24th of June, 1789. Dear honorable members of the Club de Hotel de Maziac, I have taken note of the misgivings expressed in your organization's most recent report. I am ready to demonstrate to you without delay that my process is already operational. Tomorrow at dawn, go with your associates to the Faubourg of Gros Caillou, to the place known as the Dead Tree. There you will be able to see how quickly my sleepless slaves carry out their work. Yours faithfully, Count Alexandra de Cagliostro. I was definitely pronouncing that wrong before, still probably, yeah. But before, definitely, because I didn't realize that she was silent until I heard it said a few times. And I'm definitely not gonna remember any word that's said like once. Especially when there's a bunch of words I have never heard before. Okay. Okay, let's look at our journal. Oh my gosh. Go to the place called the Dead Tree. While we're here, I guess we should also go. Alright, we have both of you down. Now, how? Okay. Hmm. Thank you. Whoa, okay. Thanks. Well, great. Come on. Let's Oh, wow. Ooh. Okay. How much do we have to the next one then? I don't know. Let's see. $25,860. Improve my elemental resistances. I'll definitely take that. Nope, can't do that. Okay, oops.
Someone has already taken interest in this tomb. I will go to the Tuileries and follow the directions on the receipt. It also mentions the Quartier du Saint-Eustache and Rue Saint-Honoré.
Pay the sum of 140 livres delivered by the carpenter in his workshop in the Quartier de Saint-Eustache near Tuileries. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to stop. Gate is locked. Okay. So... Let's go to the map. See what we have. I miscalculated. Experiment.
Dead tree. Good. I'm nearly there. Don't move!
Ah, that cursed dancer! May you be devoured by rust!
Really? That's your... Okay. Well. Okay, what's up here?
He slipped through my fingers. Fortunately, he was unable to take his things with him. Slaves. They meant the automats. Feeding off the blood of innocent people. Monsieur Raymond was completely mistaken. I must inform him.
That your doubts might be allayed, I have taken the liberty of preparing a live demonstration. 4 days ago, the Marshalsea conducted a series of raids and procured 100 or so black fugitives. They are currently under lock and key in the Depot de Noir at the Tour du Diable. No doubt most of them are escaped slaves. So what if they are? And also, no doubt, you don't even know. Like, that's two problems there. First off, it doesn't even matter. It's terrible regardless of whether they are escaped slaves or not. And second, you didn't even bother to check, even if that did matter for some reason, which obviously it doesn't. I repeat, my mechanical laborers are tireless, but for hearth to blaze, logs must be thrown into the fire. This is why it is more necessary than ever to continue the slave trade. It will remain essential to the prosperity of your colonies, only you need no longer provide slaves room and board. As soon as they disembark, they will go from the state of human to life fluid. Just think of the savings. Oh my gosh, this is awful. What am I reading? They will be fuel for the fire, monsieur, nothing more. Monsieur Lecomte, who do you think I am? I can read between the lines and I can see through your game. It wasn't enough for you to force me into exile. Now you must also harass me, even from a distance. I command you, monsieur, not to write to me again. Rest assured that you will get nothing more from me, and that I will take the secrets you demand of me to the grave. Moreover, and for the last time, I strictly forbid you to use what I taught you for the criminal purposes you have in mind. I will pray for the salvation of your soul. That is all I can give you. Adieu, Dr. Franz Mesmer. Yeah, so...
Monsieur Raymond.
Go on, Aegis.
I went to the Hotel de Massiac as agreed. What I discovered goes beyond your darkest conjectures. The club's members have no intention of merely depriving their slaves of rest. Rather, with the king's support, they plan to replace them with automat harvesters. The Count of Cagliostro is behind the plan.
Ma foi. But such a plan would certainly only improve the lot of these unfortunate people.
You are mistaken, mon père. If the planters get their way, they will have a greater need of slaves than ever. Only this time, they intend to slaughter them to power their machines.
Quelle abomination!
Par tous les saints.
4 days ago, the Paris Guard captured 100 black people. They were to be sacrificed as part of an experiment to test the effectiveness of the automat harvesters. Luckily, I was able to prevent the massacre.
Where are they now?
In a place they call the Dépôt des Noirs. I don't know where it is, but I managed to get the key. It bears the inscription, Tour du Diable.
The Devil's Tower is a prison in Vincennes, within the chateau walls.
That's 3 leagues from here. We'll only be able to free the prisoners once we're able to move freely ourselves.
At least they were spared the fate that the king and his accomplices had planned for them.
And what will you do with the 2 servants you employ, Monsieur Raymond?
I will continue to treat them well, as I always have.
However, under the laws you insist on following, they will become slaves again the moment they leave the kingdom for Saint-Domingue.
Certainly not, Monsieur de Robespierre. What kind of a man would I be if what I have heard had not opened my eyes? The planters of Massiac have been proven to be nothing but avaricious murderers. I thought I was dealing with opposition, but now I discover them to be vile enemies, from whom it would be vain to expect any compromise. From this day on, I will fight against their interests with all my strength, and will not lay down my arms until the last slave in the Empire has been freed.
Rest assured, then, that the people will fight by your side, Monsieur Raymond.
That's the spirit, my friends. Vive l'égalité.
Cool, cool. Is Marat here? Don't see him. Okay. So they're way over yonder. Oh? Come on. Keep doing that. Pretty close now.
You monster. What do you want with me? Wasn't it enough for you to steal my dancer?
I'm merely obeying the king, mademoiselle. Don't be afraid. You and your beloved machine will soon be reunited. I give you my word. Voila, here we are. Do you see that window? That's where she's waiting for you. Sale petite peste. I suggest you don't try that again.
Atanias, what could have happened to her in this workshop?
Doesn't get claws. Monsieur Lecomte, I regret the unforeseen difficulty of which you have informed me. If we do not put an end to it soon, the smooth running of our operations could be impeded. If, as you claim, the dancer has indeed left St. Cloud for Paris, if she's attacking our machines with the facility you describe, I demand that you discover as soon as possible the nature of the malfunction that allows her to ignore the orders she was given and learn why she has turned against us. Try not to lose my trust, Louis.
This notebook appears to be very old.
Or Louis.
I should show it to Abbe Gregoire.
Only a scholar. Okay.
Balsamo. So that is the name that the Comte de Cagliostro uses to conduct his business discreetly.
I, Louis, King of France, Navarre, by the grace of God, permit Monsieur Giuseppe Balsamo, alias Joseph Balsamo, born in Palermo on the 2nd of June in the year 1743, to use the name and title of Alexander, Comte de Cagliostro, with full rights and in all circumstances. Okay. So Palermo and Cagliostro are the same person. I, Victor de Riquetti, Marquis de Mirabeau, request that you contact the Intendant of Police on the city of Gross to have my daughter Louise Marquise de Cabriz taken to convent on Rue Tricastel. He shall entrust her to the care of the Visitation Sisters, who will ensure that she spends the rest of her life with them in prayer and contemplation. It is at this price that the poor woman shall be able, God willing, to wash away the blight on her soul. The inscription reads, to the attention of the Lieutenant General de Police. Or whatever, yeah. Okay. Not sure exactly what police have to do with that, but... Monsieur Lecomte, I'm still unsure of your true intentions. You and I both know the dispute between us that led to my flight. Despite the distance that now separates us, what I witnessed you doing still haunts me, and now you seek my help to perfect my art of suggestion. You believe I will give you, whom I know to be capable of the worst, the means to deprive an innocent person of all free will and make them a docile servant? This leads me to believe, Monsieur, that you have lost all common sense. Dr. Franz Mesmer.
You'll stay with me always, n'est-ce pas? Without you, mon ami, I'd be all alone.
This box is covered in astronomical symbols. It's no use. I can't get it open. I should show this to Monsieur Bay.
Well, I guess we're getting closer to unraveling a mystery. My guess is that Cagliostro used her soul to power the dancer and create Aegis. And that, I think, is probably why she's been manifesting a personality. That seems to be what everything's pointing to anyway. You'll be united very soon. Just not in the way you think. Okay, let's talk to these people and then we'll wrap this up. Okay. Monsieur Bailey.
Monsieur B. I found this box with astronomical symbols on it. I believe it belongs to Vaucanson's daughter.
Athenais' secret box. I built it with my own hands. It was my gift to her on her 15th birthday.
I wasn't able to open it.
Naturellement. Athenais and I are the only ones who know how. Allow me. You must arrange the planets the way they were aligned on the day of Athenais' birth. Voila, like this.
What's this locket?
Athenais is always wearing this. It contains a portrait of her late mother. She said it was her most cherished possession in all the world. To think, the poor child never knew her own mother.
You monster! What did you do to her?
So he killed her. I knew it.
Good God. Ludia, what happened? You froze the moment you touched the locket. I thought I'd lost you.
I saw her. Athénaïs de Vaucanson. The Comte de Cagliostro has her.
Mon Dieu.
Okay.
It's just as I feared.
He bound her spirit to an automat.
Please, say no more. Athénaïs. It is her spirit that animates you. Is it not?
Yes. I believe so.
Seigneur, quelle abomination. It is vital that you go and find Athénaïs as soon as possible.
She is right in front of you. I am Athénaïs.
Alas, I fear that is not entirely accurate. You know nothing of Athénaïs, Ludia. Nothing of her past, her joys, her suffering. Nothing of her love for her father. You are but the vessel that harbors the poor child's soul.
Where can I find Athénaïs's body?
God only knows. Although I assume that the Comte de Cagliostro is taking pains to keep her alive. This is certainly the only way to keep her spirit alive in you. The only way to free her is to find her body.
Why was Eugène de Vaucanson imprisoned in the Bastille?
Once he discovered the king's true intentions, he refused to continue cooperating with him. He refused to use his talents to create this abominable army. But the king didn't take kindly to his resignation. Eugène did manage to get a letter to me just before he was arrested. Here, take it.
My dear Bailey, I'm writing to you in secret and in great haste. May God protect the mechanical messenger I am sending to you with this letter. They have taken me prisoner and have made no secret of the fate that is in store for me. I am to be sent to the Bastille, where they intend to force me to reveal my final secrets. Luckily, Athénaïs was able to escape, but they will certainly try to hunt her down. Go to her rescue if you can. If she falls into their hands, they will use her as an instrument of blackmail. But rest assured, they will not get anything more out of me, even if it means giving up my life. Adieu, your friend, Eugene. Okay. Yeah, I've been suspecting that for a bit. Report back to. Alright.
Can I help you, Aegis?
What is the significance of these objects steeped in memories?
Nemes. I have reread every work that I have on them. Pages that have remained unintelligible to this day. These echoes go back to the beginning of time, to that fateful day in ancient Greece when some dark magician took it into his head to bind a soul to an inanimate object. You see, Aegis, there is nothing more diabolical, nothing more unnatural than this sorcery. The soul is the very essence of the divine. It refuses to submit to such an abomination and resists, eventually breaking. The earliest necromancers whose works have survived through the centuries all describe the same phenomenon. When a soul is fragmented, 3 shards of memory are torn from its consciousness and take shelter in 3 objects that the victim held dear. It's as if these memories wished to remain bound to the mortal who had held them until then.
I found this notebook written in Latin.
Indeed. Medieval Latin, to be precise. Oh, hold on. Bon sang. Aegis, what a find. This handwriting. I would recognize it anywhere. It's in Nicholas Flamel's own hand. Give me some time to study this, and I'll tell you what I'm able to glean from it.
Have you finished reading the notebook, mon père?
Yes, Aegis, and what I learned from it puzzles me. In this diary, Flamel tells of 3 journeys. 3 journeys into what he calls the in-between. A strange world filled with wandering souls. Tormented spirits that are unable to ascend to heaven.
This world. It's where Cagliostro's victims were trapped until I freed them.
En effet, I believe you're right. But that's not all. Flamel planned to return there a 4th time. He wrote this in the final paragraph, in his handwriting, dated 21st of March 1418. That was the day before he died, Aegis. What if his body died while his soul was traveling through limbo? What if he were trapped, a prisoner in this purgatory? Aegis, because of your unique nature, we have an incredible opportunity.
What do you mean, mon père?
If the soul that animates you has been bound to the automaton that serves as its vessel, then it can be separated from it too. And if this were the case, the soul would travel to purgatory, where Cagliostro entraps the souls of his victims.
Hold on. Are you trying to convince me to go and find Nicholas Flamel?
I'm offering you a chance to speak to the man who discovered the Philosopher's Stone. Surely you won't pass it up.
Assuming I agree to venture into purgatory, do I even have a chance of finding him there?
Certainly. According to this journal, the soul flies to the zenith of the place where it left the body of the deceased. Or that of the pilgrim, in this case. If Flamel's soul is trapped in purgatory, as we've guessed, you'll need to go to the house where he drew his dying breath.
Is it still standing?
Of course. It's on Rue de Montmorency, in the quartier de l'Hôtel de Ville. You can get there via the cemetery of the Église Saint-Jacques.
And how do you plan to free my spirit from this automat?
We would simply need to break the bond between them. To do this, we would need to stop your machinery. For a short time, of course. We don't want to lose you, ma chère. As for the rest, it will be a question of mechanics, chemistry, or electric currents, or something or other. Therein lies the problem. This is far beyond my comprehension. But it is fascinating, isn't it? Perhaps Monsieur Bailly and Monsieur Lavoisier could shed some light on the matter.
Goodbye, mon père. Monsieur Bailly, do you think there is any way to interrupt my internal clockwork?
A most unusual thought. What do you have in mind, Aegis?
I would like to briefly sever the bond between my spirit and this automat.
It is a very strange request, madame. For what purpose do you seek to free your soul from its shell?
According to the abbot, my spirit would then be able to visit purgatory.
Oh, that dreadful place. Why on earth would you want to go there?
I hope to find answers to some very important questions.
You must understand, madame, that your very nature is a mystery to us. We are ignorant as to the principle that imbues you with life, nor do we know how your machinery works. That is why it is impossible for us to make even the slightest alteration. It would mean taking an unacceptable risk. Of course, if we had documents that could shed light on the matter.
Antoine, the blueprints.
What blueprints, mon ami?
Ludia's. Eugène gave them to me when he was working on the modifications ordered by the king. He wanted my opinion on the potential for reducing the size of certain key parts. The documents are obsolete now, but they could tell us quite a bit about the mechanical principles that are shared by Ludia and Aegis.
Bon sang, you're right. Where are the blueprints now?
Alas, the situation is not in our favor. I kept them in the safe at the observatory, but earlier, when I went there to collect my most important documents, before setting off for the convent, I found looters making off with its contents.
Blasted scavengers. Their kind are always quick to make the most of chaos.
I chased them to the quays, but was unable to apprehend them. When they disappeared into an underground passageway under the Louvre, I decided it was best not to follow them.
You acted wisely, mon ami. The automats are everywhere, and the marauders don't stand much of a chance.
I'll try to track them down.
Okay. Okay. So I guess next time we will go try and retrieve Lydia's blueprints. Anyway, thanks for watching and we'll see you then.